Hi, everybody. Welcome to CarolJo's. I am Carol, the owner and creator of everything that you see here on CarolJo's.com. So, we are going to be having a live tonight. Yay! So, I'm waiting for everybody to come in and say hi. There we go. We got some coming in. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I'm going to move YouTube down just a little bit while we're doing our intro here. So I do all the creation of all the items that you see out on CarolJo's.com. I'm the owner of the business. It is mine. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Heidi. And what we do here is I go live 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. I go live Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Central. I go live Friday afternoons selling jewelry, and I go live on Friday nights, and I either sell jewelry or beads. And then on Saturdays, I go live sometime between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. All those times are Central Time for everybody. Hello, Rose. Twice a week, I go live with tutorials. Twice a week, I go live with chat nights. Tuesday nights, I sell beads. And then Friday is jewelry in the afternoon. And then beads or jewelry at night. This Friday night will be beads. And I am going live at 5 p.m. for jewelry. There is a little caveat. I do have to see about what's going on with my mouth again on Friday. So we'll see. I'm going to keep it on the schedule because last time they ended up canceling they're not doing it. So therefore, I'm not canceling them this early. We'll see how Friday is. Hi, Chris. How are you? So like always here on TikTok, can I have you guys share to 10 people or 10 shares, and then let's get that like to 10K and we will give away jewelry or bead soup, your choice. So then we also, since tonight is a tutorial night, now I just did these. Oh, hi, Chris. So I did 2 of these here with both acrylic and the silicone just to try it out. These are not the keychains. Hi, Tara. Is it Terapia? These are not the keychains that I want for these, so I will be changing them out once I get the keychains in that I want for these. Yep, these are our famous UFOs. See? With a blue bead. We call these beads over here on YouTube, we call these the UFO beads because they remind everybody of a UFO. So I only have a couple more left, but I thought I'm going to use them in making that. And then, and this one, when I do it, I just tied a knot here at the bottom. Just keep them on there. And then I left little tails on it and left little knots on those. For this one, I did, these are acrylic beads for the yellow, and then the blue are silicone, and then I put a tassel at the bottom. There was pros and cons. Yes, I did. She made her earrings with the UFO beads finally. There's pros and cons with both of these, what do I want to say, the way that I made each one of these. And so I'm going to talk about that as I go through it. But first, what I want to share with y'all is that this is the first time I have made any of these using the needle. And then some of the stuff I read and looked at to do these, they said to use a 2mm size cord. I don't know that I'd want to use a 2mm size cord because the holes on some of these beads are 2mm and some are 2.5. But I knew I had some cord. Remember I said I thought I had cord and I couldn't find it? I couldn't sleep the other night because I'm like, I knew I had this someplace. And so this is silk pendant cord is what this is. And this is 1mm. And that worked to me really great at putting these on there and getting them through the holes. So I don't know. I'm just saying, if you are going to make like the wristlets, I can see the wristlets being a 2mm size cord because you're only having to go through each bead once with the wristlets, except for the one where you're going to tie it off. But these, you need to go through them twice to get it to go on the keychain. And I don't know how you do a 2mm. I don't have a 2mm here. And so I just went with the 1mm and I liked it. So yes. Okay. All right. And so, that was my advice on the type of, how thick the cord is. That's just my advice. You guys can try it, see what happens. The other thing that I did is that I tried different needles. So if you're doing the wristlet, there is a tool to use to put all of the beads on, and then you pull the string through with that tool. I've bought the tool to try and see how it works. And that's what you would use for wristlet. So I'm going to grab it here. I didn't bring it to my table. And I forget what these are called, and there isn't a name for it in the on the packaging. The packaging is just this. So there's no name on it. I'll have to go back through and see where I ordered them from, what they're called. So hold on. So I purchased them in 2 different sizes. Hello, Sally. Yes, thank you. It's a loop turner. That is the name of it. And so you put the silicone beads on here in the order that you want to put them on, and you just put them over the tip and then push them down in the order that you want. And then you loop this cord, whatever you're going to use on it, and push this up, and then pull it through or push down all the beads on there, and they go on. It works slick for, I would say, for the wristlets. And that's where I've seen people use this, is for the wristlets. There's 2 different sizes. There's a 10-inch and like a 7-inch size. You're probably going to want the larger size, just to let you know. They are not that expensive. I ordered these off of Amazon, and they were, I know they weren't even $10. And I ended up with 10 of them in here, 5 of the tall and 5 of the short. But I was thinking when I purchased them that I could use them for the keychains, like what we're going to make tonight. And I tried using them to make the keychains, and that was a no-go. And the reason being is that, yes, you can pull those 5 through that you're going to put on there. Each one of these I have is 5 beads, except for one of them we're going to make tonight has 6. And that works, but the thing is that you've got to go back through, and it just doesn't work for that. It doesn't work when you're doubling up the, like on this one where we doubled up and went through the beads once. It doesn't work on this one either. I could not get it to work. If anybody out there can get this to work, let me know. Okay. Hi, Sally. I just saw that you said hello. So that's my advice on that for the keychains. I would use these in a heartbeat for wristlets, just not the keychains. And I did not make a wristlet for tonight. Our tutorial is the keychain, so that's what I'm going to stick to. So then what I did, I also went out and did, is, you guys can make fun of me, I went out and bought all kinds of needles. Because I wanted to see what needle worked the best. And then what did you need to look out for and that type of thing. Because I wanted to give you guys advice. So one of the packages that I have here was dowel needles. They're really truly called dowel needles. So they are big-eyed, long needles. There are 3 different sizes in this box, or this package that I bought, with 5 different pieces in it. And I ended up, the smallest one in here is the one that worked the best. The length of this one is 2.5 inches long. It worked the best out of this package. The largest one, that eye of it, is too big. Oh, cool. And so literally the largest one in this package was the eye of it here. I'll show you the difference in the eye so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So when you have the eyes, do you see how this one is wider here than this one? I'll show you over here on TikTok or on YouTube. This one is too wide to go through the acrylic beads. The silicone beads have a little bit more give to it, so they would go through, but the acrylics that are a 2mm didn't work. But the silicone, they have a 2.5-inch hole in the bead, so they would work. So then, this was the one that went through the beads. So I did a bead test before I even tried to put my cord in the needle. I also tried, they're called plastic canvas needles. So here, and there's 2 different sizes in this container. Not a one of these worked. They did not work. They are, the hole for the eye, that total space up at the top, is too big for both sizes. So these do not work. The other ones that I got were the yarn darner needles. I'm like, what was the second word? Yarn darner needles, these. And I ended up using, this one here is too large. The largest one was too large for the eye to go through the bead at a 2mm. So I went with this second to the smallest is the one that I used. It went through it. The other 3 sizes all go through it, but I used the that other one. And the reason being is that the 2 needles that I ended up with here, this is the dowel needle, and then this is the yarn darner. So this is the, over here, this is the dowel, and this is the yarn darner. Let's see if we can get that to focus. There you go. They have a big enough hole in the eye to get a 1mm cord through it. That's what we have here. And they still went through the hole. So those are the 2 that I would say that work. And the yarn darner one, that one is 3 inches. So there's different sizes there. So one's 2.5 inches and one's 3 inches. So that is my analysis on the needles. I know you guys are probably like, what the heck? I didn't come here for a needle tutorial. But I wanted to share with you guys what I went through so that you could find needles that would work for you. So it can't be a really large one. Thank you. Is it Miriam Juan? Is that how you pronounce that? Thank you for the follow. So I wanted to share what I learned as I've been going through this process to learn it, to teach it to you guys. Because the one thing I said is I'll teach it, but if I haven't done something, I'm going to teach you what I learned from it. And that's what we're doing here. So also what I wanted to tell you is that on the cord, when I did it, for both bracelets, or not bracelets, both keychains, I cut off 18 inches. Yes, there was some left over. But the thing is that 18 inches, I had enough that I could tie and have enough room for tying. So that's another piece of advice I would like to give you guys, is that when you're cutting it off, don't go small, go longer, so that you have some something to hold on to when you're pulling the knots tight. And some people will use like a dowel or a knot. They're little handle things that you pull to help you get your grip to make your knot stay, because you want that knot to stay. You don't want it to fly off. So yes. So that's why I'm like, when I did it, I was like, oh, I don't think I need 18 inches. And when I made it, I'm like, yep, I want 18 inches, even though I'm not using it. Knot grippers. Thank you. Hey, Heidi, should you be teaching this one? You know all the terms. So, and then the other thing that I found, and I don't know that I can do this on camera because some of them don't like the flames. I just used a lighter, and I know this is silk cord and not nylon, but I found that even with the silk, if I lit the end of it and just let it cool for a second and then did this, it held it together and it didn't fray. So even on non-nylon, because this is silk cord, I had to do that, or else I couldn't get it this on the needle. So I'm going to do that off camera on both sides. Sorry guys, I'm doing it. I just don't want to get into trouble with having a flame. I know some people do flames. I just don't. Yep. I literally went and watched a whole bunch of different videos. I didn't get all this information, so that's why I wanted to share all the information that I learned as I did this. It's been fun. I don't know that I would get into doing these, but I want to teach you guys different ways. There we go. All right. So yeah, and it doesn't really change the end of it when I did that at all, but it changes the structure of it, and it does not fray as badly. So then you just take your needle and you thread here. I was taught when to thread a needle, you bring the whatever, your thread or whatever between your fingers and bring your needle down to it. And then you put your needle through. So yeah, so then I'm going to push this down so you guys can see the beads that I got. I got 2 of them that I'm going to make tonight. So I'm hoping, I'm going to move those off. Let me see which way. Oh, I need to go this way, I think. There we go. Thank you, Simply Bead It, for the follow. So here I have the rainbow color of beads set out for this one. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do a tassel at the end of this one or just a tassel at the end of this one. The reason being is I want to show you each way that I did it, and I only need 1 tassel. But I couldn't decide if I like this color tassel with that one and leave this one without, is what I'm leaning towards. So we'll start with the tassel one first. So you'll need silicone or acrylic beads. Both of them tonight that I'm making, I'm just using silicone beads. You're going to need the key ring. Like I said, this is not the key ring that I want for these. I'm just using it because it's what I have on hand to do this tutorial. There's other ones that have the circle, like the split ring circle, and then it'll have the swivel on it, and then it'll have one piece where you can add in your what I want to say, your keychain bedazzle. I don't know what to call it. And that's what I'm going to use on these. So I'll end up remaking all 4 of these once I get those in. I think they're in a box in my living room, but I haven't found them yet. So that is what we've got going on there. So then I take the beads. I'm going to move these out of the way. I'm going to do this one here first. And I am going to put them on my cord. So I'm going to do the gray, and this is, I believe, a 12mm bead. Then we have the white that is like a rondelle. We have our focal pink, and then the white, and then the gray. So with the 1mm size cord, those go on really easy. You want to make sure you have a little bit of a tail here to begin with, because you don't want your beads to fly off the end. Yes, these are silicone beads. You put on your half of your, what the heck is the keychain? Oh, words are not coming tonight. And then go through 3 of the beads, back through. And this is where, if you noticed for this one, I grabbed the shorter needle. Thank you, Corey, for the follow. There we go. And I only am going to go through 3 of those. I will have the silicone beads. I will have some of them on Friday night's bead sale. Set that off to the side. Go to the other end. Of all things, my husband right now is sorting some of the silicone beads for me for the bead sale on Friday night. I'm so excited that he's helping me out. Go ahead and put the needle on the other end. Put your tassel that you're going to go with on that. Bring it up close to the other beads, and then go through the last 2 back up here towards the middle. Take your needle off. So right now I have it untied. I don't have my space taken out, but that's what I have for my keychain. I'm going to bring everything together here on the bead mat by bringing the beads up and finding which, that's the one, there we go, and bringing that close so that I don't have any room now in between. And it's just pulling on the right piece of cord. Right now it's kind of all janky. It doesn't want to stay straight. Whoops, I pulled it down. I got to bring that back up a little bit. Yep. He said he would help me out, and I asked him, I'm like, will you sort these and by color? And he's like, get me some bowls and I'll do it. So he's sitting on there with my cookie sheet and bowls, and he is putting the colors. It's these beads here that he's sorting by color. The rainbow colored ones, they came all in a package of all 6 colors, and he's separating them out for me. So yeah. All right. Now, like I said, I don't want these crossing over before we start. There we go. We have 2 long pieces of the cord. You're going to do 2 knots in here. So there is one, and this is where you want to have this so that you can tie it tight and pull really hard on it. You don't want this to come undone. Hi, Zuli. So pull, and then we're going to tie it again and pull again. Pull really hard. I'm using silk tonight. Hi, Steph. Okay, so here, I still have my ends on here, but this is what it'll look like before I cut my ends off. So that is, so what I do is I get in here, I'm gonna get my really good scissors that have that little, these have a point on them. And I'm gonna get in there and get as much of that off as possible on both of these without cutting my knot. Yes, I have a lot of leftover, but I needed that to have to be able to pull on it. Now, I'm going off camera for this. I'm gonna just put a little bit of a flame on those to just get those so they don't fray. Even though it's the silk, it works. And I don't have the handy dandy rechargeable things for it like Vicky has. Sour Rose. I just have a lighter. So there it is. I'm gonna pull up here so that you guys can see it better, so I can don't have to. I'm gonna put you up for a second. So there it is. So that's the first one. And that one was the same pattern as like this one here with the tassels. I have not heard from her either. She did make a comment on something on my Facebook, not yesterday, but the day before, or liked it, but I didn't see her today. So those are the same style. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get the bead, the knot to go inside the bead, and I haven't figured that out, because I think this, for this, I would want that in there because sometimes it makes it sit a little loppy. So if anybody has any ideas of how to get it back in there, that knot in there, please share. And now I'm going to take a drink. And those are 2.5 inch hole, or not 2.5, 2.5 millimeter. So that's why I'm like, how am I going to get that in there? We're all missing her because she's our tap, tap, tapper. We are only 1K away from a giveaway, everybody. Okay. Now, once again, we're going to do an 18. Hi, Monique. Hi, Mango the Bearded Dragon. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that one. I'm doing off camera my burning again. Oh, there you go. All right. Let me just do this other side and then we'll do our giveaway on TikTok. I gotta figure out how to do something like a giveaway on YouTube. All right, so TikTok. Let's do a number. Okay. I'll have to see if I can. Well, I'm not going to do it on the next one. I'll show you something that's really odd when I do the next one. It's not odd. It just. All right. Go ahead and guess a number between 1 and 50 here on TikTok. And whoever gets it when it comes up, that will win. One that either jewelry or we will do bead soup. All right, we already got one that guessed it. Let's see who it is. Since this is the first giveaway. Monique, it is you. Monique, you guessed 44, so you got it. All right, let me get some jewelry out here. Ooh, we have a glass pendant here. So you get to choose, Monique, between the glass pendant. Oh, that worked. So that's the glass pendant, or you can do bead soup. I'm sorry, I don't know that one. And I've got to figure out, Mango, how we can do that by incorporating it in with YouTube. I got to work on that. So maybe we can see if we get the next one and then see. And just by commenting on it, and I can see who gets it first. You want the bead soup? All right. I don't know. I don't sing. I'm sorry. All right. Monique is the winner. Let me write this up, Monique, and I got the bead soup for you. I have comments over here on YouTube. Monique, have you filled out the form so I have your information to mail that to you? Hey, Crystal Candyland, how are you doing? Okay, thank you. And that way I can get it out to you. And just so you know, if you win something, I just send them at the end of the month. So, thank you, Mango, for subscribing. Or not, yeah, subscribing is, I always get it follow and subscribing mixed up. So thank you. Yes, please do. I am live on, I go live here on YouTube 4 days a week. So, and they're different days. Okay, we're going to start our second one, which once again, we need our 18-inch piece of cord. Oh, I didn't get them all through. There we go. Got it. This time, oh, yay. It was huge. I thought they were really cool, and I couldn't get more of those pyrite ones. All right, this one, I'm going to take my string and do it in the middle. So my needle here is in the middle of the cord. Reason why we're going to do that is that we're going to put this in the middle. Sorry, I forgot to do this before. You're going to put this on, which is, this is your key ring. So it's at the top. And then you're just going to string on each one of the beads. He has to stay on. Oh, thank you. I love doing jewelry. No, I cannot have that on yet. Never mind. And I got to think about this. How did I do this one? I thought I doubled it over. I'm going to double check. What did I do? Haha. I put it on before I put my needle on. That's what I did. so that it's like this. So go back a step. I got to remember how I did it. I do crochet. I just do not teach it here on my channel. Do you crochet, Mango? So then we're gonna put that on, and then we are going to string. I gotta cut this off because he's all janky. Oh, I remember now how I did it. Sorry. I made these a couple nights ago. You guys aren't seeing me. I wasn't able to teach my kids, but are you on TikTok at all, Mango? Because one of the individuals that, and I don't know if she's doing her classes here on TikTok or not, she is an instructor in crochet. This is driving me nuts because this side is not fraying. Yeah, that one's stinky. Oh, okay, that's fine. I used to watch a lot of videos when I would do stuff. Ouch, I just poked myself. I remember how I did it now. All of a sudden it came back to me. I'm just trying to get the needle on. And I think because I'm thinking about how I did it, getting my needle on was hard. All right, here's what we did. What I do. You take your top bead. I got to think about start at the bottom bead. So this one will be purple. I'm going to put you guys down for a second. Holy, why is this not coming to me tonight? I've had a long day at the office too. So you do purple, then blue. I know why it didn't make a difference before. I'll explain in just a second. Put these on. All 6 beads. Doing the rainbow color. Okay. Okay, so now we have all 6 on. Then you take this. Why was this so difficult to remember? I have no idea. And then go over the top of your key ring and go back down the beads the opposite way. I'll tell you why in a second. Why, whoops. Do not spear your thread when you're doing that. There we go. And using the longer needle with this one sometimes helps because then you don't have to pull through. You can get them all on the needle. Okay. That's the end of the one. And then you pull this through. And sometimes it's hard to get the needle through. I found my pliers just take it and help pull it through. There. And the reason why it's being hard to get through is I made a boo-boo. I didn't leave enough string at the top, so I got to go back down a little bit here. Oh no, I lost that one off. Take on it. Don't come off all the way now. I don't want to like have to restring you too. There. It's a struggle bus. Thank you, Monique. There. Haha. I speared it. This is like, oh Lord, epic fail. I speared it. I'm gonna start over. I know what I need to do. I just need to like not spear my yarn or my silk again like I did. Okay. Silk cord, 18 inches. I'm going to show you guys even like the good and the bad and the ugly. Okay, I'm going to use the longer needle this time. Because that's what I did. It's starting to fray. There. Yep. I'm going to cut that off and try again. I did not have this hard of problems doing the first one. The reason why I think I didn't have, okay, Mango, you can come back. I do my lives. I post them to my account so you can finish watching this on my account here, okay? So you're going to put that through. There we go. Finally got that on. So the reason why I had such a problem, green, blue, there we go, and trying to get it started on which way to start. When I did this one, not that one, this one, if you noticed, it's just the same 5B. You know, I've got the same blue and the blue, so it didn't matter which way I put these on when I went to do that one. Well, here, I want my red at the top, and that's why I need to start at the bottom and go up. But I think, you know what I'm going to try doing here so that beads don't fall off, but I can have enough string? I am going to find my bead stopper here, my bag of tools, and I'm putting a bead stopper at the end so that I know I'm not going to lose my bead off the end. We're going to try that. I didn't do that before, but I think I want the added security. Yep, oh, that would work too. I like that, Elizabeth. Thank you. I love you guys are sharing stuff with me because this is all new to me. There we go. Now we got them on there. Take that and go through this. I'm not going to pull that up there tight yet. I think I'm going to wait till I can get through all the beads here. And then I'll pull it tight. Yes, this is working so much better to not put it tight yet. But don't spear through the cord. And as I'm going through these, I can feel it. And guess what? It's easier to go through one at a time and not all 6. Speared the end of that one. Here, hold on, I'm going to cut that off. I don't need this whole thing. Haha. Okay. There, we got it on there. Now you see how, yep, I have some space here. Lots of space here. I have space in between the beads. I'm going to take that all out. But I want my strands to kind of be somewhat even. But I'm not going to get them there, and that's okay. But I don't want there. And I am having to, and with the silicone beads, the one thing I always thought, why do they have the baby wipes sitting there to clean them up? I figured it out. These get dirty really easy. Like, things stick to the silicone beads. So literally, I am just going to tie a double knot here at the end because I'm not going to put a tassel on it. I'm just going to do a double knot and pull it really, really tight. And when I do that, the knot goes up inside there. And that's what I wanted to have happen on those other ones, is to get that knot up inside of there. But there we go. And then what I do is that I tie a little one, a knot down here to give it a little bit of a tail. Here. And then I want to tie another knot about the same spot. And this is the one thing that I don't like about this one, is trying to get the knots in the same spot is not easy. And then cut off the ends. Here we go. Nope, it wasn't. Nope, everything. Like if you have lint, like this is lint here from the cord. I'm going to put up the camera here. Nope. But there's lint on these. Some of them, I've tried to pick it all off from this cord. There's lint from my mats on them. Everything that you touch, you know, like when you touch them, they just get, like, attract everything. They're doing it by itself. See? It's in there. He went in the bead. Yes, static is a good, yes. And it's the weirdest texture. It's just oddball. But there's the second one we're making tonight. It's just, it feels like rubber. So the silicone beads feel like rubber. And you know how sometimes like rubber balls attract things? That's the way these are too. So yeah. But look at that. I love this one. I'm going to redo this one when I get the right keychains in. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. And these beads we'll have on Friday night. These 6 here. Because Ryan's sorting them out right now. And then I will have the yellow ones were from last night on these. These blue ones here, I have about 10 to 15, I can't remember the colors, of the 15 millimeter silicone I'll have on Friday night. So there is, the colors that I have of this silicone is there's red, orange, yellow, green, teal, light blue, I think it was light blue, no, blue, bright blue, a dark blue, and indigo color. It's like a halfway between purple and blue. There's a regular purple, a dark purple, a white, and a gray. So that's all the colors that we have for this one. I have a few of these tassels. I don't have a lot, but if I don't use them for very much, so if you guys want me to put them up for sale on Friday, I sure can. But there's not going to be that many of different colors. And I haven't bought more of these, but if you guys, let me know. Do you guys want me to put those up on Friday? Yes, okay. And I only have this size here of a tassel. These are from the top to here is 1.5 inches. Just let you know. And for Friday night, I'm trying to see if I can find in one of my boxes the key rings that we have for these. If not, I will keep looking for them and bring them on a future show. That I can't guarantee for Friday night is the key ring part. Yeah, that's what I got for tonight. It wasn't going to be a long tutorial. These don't take very long. You just have to stop and think about what you're doing. And then I have, for Friday night, I have a few of this shape of them in pink also available. These are 12 millimeters, I believe, along with those. Yeah, those are 12s of these gray, and I have some of those. And then I have this rondelle here. I will have in white, light pink, hot pink, red, black. I'm not sure if I have them in gray, but I have a few different colors of this style. And I don't know if I have more of this shape for other ones, but I do have printed circles too. So I don't have a huge selection of the silicone beads, but I'll have some. And that's what Friday night's going to be more geared towards, will be the silicone beads type that we'll be working on. And then I will also have, so items 1 through 15 are items that we have had on a previous show that it's been more than 2 months since we had, and I'm bringing those back. So that's the first 15. And then after that, I've just been working on silicone beads. Just to let you guys know. And to be honest and upfront with you and let you know what we're doing. So we got all the different kinds. I don't know that I'm going to have anything else than the silicone, if you guys are all okay with that. Let me know in the chat if you're all right with that. Hi, Maria. And that's part of the reason why I'm trying to do more different shows for the beads this month, because one of them, I want to do the Heshi polymer clay beads. So those of you that want them, we'll just have a show of those. We're going to have the show of the silicone. And then we're going to have our normal shows too. So we're going to kind of mix it up a little bit and have a few that are like specialized, and then those that are a mix of everything. So that's what I have planned on for sales for this month. It's this month, like I'm talking about, we're already in February when we're on the last day of January. Okay, thank you. So that's what I have on tap for this Friday night. Like I said at the beginning, my goal is that I will continue on with, at least for sure, no matter what, I'm hoping that Friday night's bead sale will go. So just cross everything that I can talk by the 8 o'clock show. I'm envisioning that if I actually do have to have the procedure done again, that the 5 o'clock jewelry sale, that one I may end up, if I have the procedure done, canceling that completely. I don't think by the time my mouth will be unnumb by then. So that is my goal. And my whole hopes and prayers is that it will just go away before Friday. So it came back and it's bigger this time, so I don't know if it's going to go away. Yep, I just need prayers. I'll ask for them, please. Because last time I asked for them, it went away and I didn't have to have the procedure done. So yes, I'm going to decline. Yes. So, and thank you. So that is what we've got on tap. Tomorrow night, we will have a chat night. Is what I have for tomorrow night. I know this week we only have one tutorial for the whole week, but we're canceling. I'm not doing any live on Saturday. Thank you, everybody. It really, really means a lot to me, because I'm hoping that the same thing will happen this last time. So yeah, so that's what we've got on tap. Tomorrow night will be a talk chat night back here at 8 p.m. Friday, jewelry at 5, beads at 8. I'll keep you guys posted here by, doing a little video if I end up having to cancel the jewelry one. Thank you. And then we'll go from there. That's what we got planned. And then Saturday I will be off. And I'm already looking at doing different things next week. And I didn't know if you guys the wristlets that everybody what uses the these beads with, you guys let me know if you guys want a tutorial for the wristlets for next week. I can tell you guys with what I have seen, and when everybody makes them, they will either use the 12 millimeter size silicone beads or the 15. I don't know why these people with lots of followers keep asking me. I will. Or the 15. You can do either or. But they usually use 16 beads per wristlet. And they do it in a pattern of, most of the time I'm seeing 4 beads in the pattern. So like you would have and I'm just making up colors here, you would have like blue, gray, yellow, and then a print. And then it would go blue, gray, yellow, and a print. And so you do that, or they will be 2 beads of one color, 2 beads of, or 2 beads of one color, 2 beads of the next, and then do that back and forth. So you'd use 8 beads of each color, whereas the other one would be 4 beads of each color. And thank you, Elizabeth. It's the procedure is the worst part, but healing is okay. I just can't, you can't eat for a day. Soft foods for a day, and that's it. It just stinks. So that's what I was going to say. If you guys want me just to let you know how many beads to buy, if you wanted to do wristlets, that's what you would buy. But then you would need to, if you want me to do a tutorial, that's what I was trying to say. If you want me to do a tutorial on how it's done, let me know. We can do one next week. I just don't have the silicone beads up here to grab them. Okay. And the reason being is that Ryan's sorting them downstairs. So I'll do one of those on next week then. And we'll show you how to do that. But if you want to purchase some of the beads, you know, Friday night, you sure can. And then watch the tutorial, and then you'll see how to do it. That one is even easier than doing these. Like how fast they come together. Because I was messing around with it, and it's really cool. And I didn't see when I watched, and when I've even done the research of going out and looking at others on how they make them and how they do their patterns and what they do, when I saw that, they don't normally use the acrylic beads in those. I love it, Heidi. So they don't normally use the acrylic, but they will use larger wooden beads in there too. So like if you would have this in here, they would have like a focal of a wooden in that wristlet. And it's usually like one wooden in the whole entire thing. I didn't see hardly any use wooden here when you've got this type scenario, but I saw a lot of them using the acrylics. So we've got, you know, like you could use the acrylics for the pens and the keychains, but I did not see them use the acrylic for the wristlets. And I don't know why, but that's what I saw. And I went out and looked at different people who create them. I've watched different people here on TikTok that, you know, selling them on their lives. I've gone out to different websites for different people who do sell them. So I've done a lot of like looking into what they use when they do that. And I don't know why nobody puts acrylics on the wristlets. But I also do not have a wristlet for my keychain. So that might be why. They might want this type of bead instead of a hard bead on their skin. I don't know. Anybody have an answer to it? Let me know. But I thought it was odd, and that's why I'm saying it. They do use like the 10 or 12 millimeter rondelles in there, but I did not order any of the rondelles. So I will let you know. I do not have any rondelles that large. And then the rondelles have a larger hole to get that through too. And I didn't even look for those because I didn't even think about looking for them until like 2 days ago. All right. So, but if you guys, if there's anything else that you guys think, you know, if you want to start making these and that type of thing, besides getting you guys the silicone beads that we'll have on Friday night, if there's something else that you would like for either the keychain or the wristlets, will you let me know? Okay, I was like, what? And then I looked at the thing. It's because it's your colors. And you guys, I just have to say, Heidi's team will be in their home, so they get to wear the red jerseys for the game. My team's going to be away, so we're in the white jerseys. Just to let everybody know if anybody's watching the game and you don't know football. Red is Heidi, white is me. So that's what we have going on. But I am going to get going here. I'm going to go help Ryan with sorting of the beads and getting more beads ready for Friday night. We are working frantically to try to get some of those for you. So I hope you all, I hope you all have a good night. Bye, everybody.